Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name's Nicole. If you're old, welcome back. This is my part of my booktube channel, so if you're here for makeup, this is not makeup. And however, if you just come for the book part and you don't really watch the makeup videos, the reason why I'm wearing glasses is eye doctor instructions for until September 20th when I go back and see him, because my corneas are really dry. But I was having a problem with this contact not fitting and it was floating up, and I'm thinking they have my astigmatism measured just a little bit wrong, probably because my eyes have been so dry so long, and that might be why the contact wasn't fitting right and wanting to float up. He was like mentioning irregular astigmatism, which no one's ever said anything about, so I don't think it's that. I'm thinking it's like probably like, because I don't see much of a difference without my glasses, like in between the blurriness, because my astigmatism is supposed to be 10 in this eye and 170, and it's a little bit bad, but I don't think it's like as bad as what they think it is. I don't know. But anyway, these glasses are from high school, so I can't see the lines really clearly, or the time on my little phone camera. So we're going to try not to make this long. This is a book review. Now I'm new to BookTube. I only got one book on my August to be read list done because it was a pain to read. It really was. I forced myself to finish it. I was good. I forced myself to finish it. Anyway, I got a review on The Shack. Okay. The Shack, if you don't know, it is a religious book, and they encourage you to pass this on to people in the community, which I like. Apparently you might be able to get some for free, I don't know. And they based a movie on it. This is one book I'm going to say that I believe the movie is probably going to be a whole lot better than this book. This book's kind of dry. I think that's my main problem. I cannot be bored in a book. I don't like being bored in a book. I've never really been able to force myself past a boring part in a book. Ever. Like, when I really picked up on reading, I couldn't either. I think that's why I had the problems with Scarlet Letter and Great Expectations. Granted, I've never tried that again. Maybe even Vanity Fair way back when. Like, I just couldn't force myself to read past the boring parts. And this book is pretty boring. And it's sad. But it's like, in case you don't know, this guy is going through a hard time. Like, his daughter went missing 5 years and they're pretty sure she's dead. You know, the serial killer left a little calling card basically, but stolen right under his nose while he was actually saving his son from drowning. And that was the serial killer's MO, like stealing little girls at campsites when their parents weren't paying attention or something. But so they call it like his whole mentality, and with that losing a child is really hard, but that the great sadness, and it's told like he told the story to a friend and the friend's retelling it in like a first person kind of point of view. But I'm like, I've read better ways that's been done. It can be done well. This was not done well. And the main thing is, like, I get that they wanted to keep it short and probably more easy reading. I mean, it's not a hard read, but it's a boring read, like, that I had to force myself to read. It needed more substance and to be fleshed out more. It really did. Like, that's a lot of what it was lacking. Like, why you felt for him. I wasn't on the verge of tears. And with this kind of story, or that kind of storyline, now granted, it's about him seeking God again, basically, and forgiving God, or thinking he needs to forgive God. You really don't forgive God. I mean, that's a whole, like, kind of arrogance that you have to forgive God. But it's just, I don't know, it isn't my flavor. Like, I've read really good religious-based texts. I love the Apocalypse series by Tim LaHaye. I think Tim LaHaye does a great job weaving an action story or packed full of emotion story with the biblical text, with teaching you what everything means and everything. Like I've read Revelation before, but until I read his Apocalypse series, like, it didn't hit home with me, because it's all like, you know, fantastical imagery, and like they put it in books like ways that would translate into our minds and our world now. So I guess that's that. Now this book doesn't go into that, but then it's like he does go up to where they found his daughter's. Well, they never really found her body, or torn dress, bloody dress, in the wilderness, anything, and he meets God, he meets Jesus, he meets the Holy Spirit, but they've taken like human like forms, and it's just like that was what was really lacking for me. It was just missing a lot of what I look for in a type of book that's supposed to invigorate your spirit, invigorate your faith, lead you back to faith if you're missing that. Now, certain people, like beginnings of faith, might find this helpful, but if you're kind of well versed, or I mean, not that we're not like unteachable, like there's not more to learn or anything. But if you're well versed, or like you've read texts like this that are like fictional stories but have the morale, the biblical meaning, the biblical text, like you've read them before and you've read it where it's well done, this is not going to be the book for you because it wasn't well done. A lot of parts, especially after he meets God and Jesus, I'm not saying it's not going to be like a Sunday school. It's basically like a Sunday school or kind of mediocre church service sermon, which I don't like. Part of the reason I don't go to church is I don't want to be bored. And I don't like churches that just yammer about the same thing and don't teach you anything. That's another thing. But I'm just kind of picky. But we read like that, like things. That's why I say beginning faith might find it important. Going through something similar might find it well in their soul, like help them understand a little, connect. But when it's in, like, I'm not saying I'm the most well versed in stuff, but when you've been like, church on and off for years, or you read a lot, you've had the worshipful experience or something like that. I mean, it was like very repetitive, but early faith repetition. Like, yeah, I don't know. And then it didn't let you like latch onto the main character and really understand him. It kind of just was the word's not blasé that I'm looking for. It didn't have the connection. Like, you didn't feel his connection to faith. You didn't feel his connection to God. Even though he was obviously having one, it didn't come across like that he really just, went at it, So I think that's a lot of it. And it was like, because it's bland. It's bland. Like, the message is bland in this book. It could have done it a whole lot better. Beginning of faith, maybe a really, really dark time and you need just a shimmer of light. This might be okay. I mean, if it wasn't so bleh, I could have got through it in like a day, less than, if it wasn't so bleh. Yeah, so that's my review on this Shack. If you're well versed, if you've read a lot of Tim LaHaye and stuff, I don't recommend this. I don't think you'd like it. If you're newer to reading faith-based books, you might like it. Yeah. So that's my review on this Shack. It's just gonna go with, I think, your level of religious faith, or how much you need, or how much you've learned through life. Like, if you've been to Sunday school like a whole bunch, or church a whole lot, this is just going to be very bland to you. Because it's like really early. Like, I don't know. Like, early teaching, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, that's the thing. I think the book, or the movie, is probably way better than this. It's my thought and opinion. I haven't watched the movie, but I think it's probably way better. I think they probably they probably took the issues I had and fleshed it out. And that's what this book needs. It needs fleshing out. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Toodles!